What's going on, guys? T-Mark here, and today I've got a pretty cool video for you all. So, we're going to be talking about the nerfed IED devices in Call of Duty Ghosts. So, if you don't know, last Tuesday there was a huge patch that came to Ghosts that changed all kinds of things from esports to extinction to multiplayer balance changes and things like that, weapon changes. But one of the biggest multiplayer changes or balances is that they said they tweaked with the kind of vertical damage of the IED. You know, basically if it's above or below you, they kind of nerfed it in that regard. You know, if you're really far under it, it won't do as much damage to you. Whereas previously it was just kind of one big kill radius or kill circumference, where if you were in that circumference, no matter how far you were from it, you were just gonna die. So they've basically made it more realistic now, and it's much more balanced. So it's kind of difficult to explain. So let's show this right here. So first up, let's take a look at when the IED is under you. So this first footage here is from pre-patch. You know, I've just recorded this now, but I hadn't downloaded the patch yet. So this is pre-patch, and as you're going to see, I'm going to run up directly on top of the IED. I'm going to jump up in the air. I'm going to be, you know, as far away from this IED as possible while still being right above it, and I'm going to die immediately, okay? So we got that. Now, if we put the IED down in the same spot, we're going to run to about halfway through that large square panel on the floor. You guys can see that, right? So at halfway, we jump, boom, again, we're dead immediately. Now, finally, I test it, and when you're almost a full square panel away from the IED and you jump, that is where it doesn't kill you. So that's how far it was pre-patch, where you had to be from the IED, or else it would kill you no matter if you jumped or, you know, whatever you did. Now, if we move into post-patch, when the IED is below you and you're jumping, check this out. Run right on top of it, jump up in the air, boom! It does not kill you if you jump in the air, even if you're directly right above it, which is a good thing. These things should not be an automatic kill. They should be an easy kill if you're not paying attention, but they should not be an automatic kill. Every other, explosive device on the ground, you know, claymores, things like that in previous Call of Duties, you've always been able to avoid them. You know, I remember jumping around claymores in COD 4 and, you know, all the other Call of Duties that had those. So, you used to be able to jump around doorways and things like that to avoid them. You couldn't do that with IEDs up until now. Now, if an IED is on the ground, you hear it go off, jump that little booty up in the air, and you're going to be able to avoid imminent death. Now, next up, let's take a look if the IED is above you, because some people will put IEDs, you know, up on the top corner of doorways or on the ceiling just in front of a doorway and stuff, and sometimes it's really hard to see these when they're up there. So previously, you know, pre-patch, this is what happened. You can see the IED is just before or just below the logo on this, you know, I don't even know what this thing is, just below the logo on the wall. We're going to run up, we're going to drop down, boom, we're dead. If we put it on the logo on the wall, drop down, boom, we're dead. Above the logo on the wall, this thing is so far up in the air, drop down, boom, we're dead. So, you know, that was extremely powerful back in the day. But with the new patch that just came out this Tuesday, check this out. IED is below the logo, run around the corner, drop down, you are not dead. You're gonna live. So if the IED is, you know, slightly above the ground in some way, if you drop down to prone, you're gonna be able to avoid it, just like you used to be able to avoid bouncing betties and things like that. So guys, this is absolutely amazing news. I just had to let you guys know, because IEDs are one of the most annoying things that we have to deal with in Ghosts, and now they are not guaranteed kill devices. Now, if you hear one go off, find out where it is and do the appropriate action. Jump out of the way, jump laterally, jump vertically, do whatever you have to do to get away from that thing, or if it's above you, drop it like it's hot, and you're gonna get out of that kill radius. So, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If you did enjoy, or if you learned something new, make sure to hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. I got a bunch of great Ghost videos coming soon. Check out one of the other 2 videos if you haven't seen yet. Peace out, guys.